Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. So in this video, we're going to discuss Geeks for Geeks problem of the day, and today's problem is stock buy and sell 2, and it is a medium level problem. So this particular problem says that we have been given the prices or the cost of the stock on each day, and we have been given n such prices, and at each day we may either decide to buy or sell the stock at price I, right? And the good thing about this question is we can both buy and sell at the same day, and we have to find the maximum profit that we can get, right? And they are also saying that we can only hold one stock at a time. So let us take this example first, and we will discuss how we can solve this question. So for this particular example, you will see that the maximum profit is coming out to be 5. So if 5 is the answer, how is it coming out to be 5? Let us find out. So probably one way of achieving 5 is you can buy at 3 and then sell at 4. So the total profit is 1 here. And then you can buy again at 1 and then sell at 5. So the total profit in this case will be 4. So the overall profit is coming out to be 5. Right. So this was a fairly simple example. So there was not much discussion in it. But let us talk about how we can solve this problem. And instead of thinking about the whole problem or the whole array, let us discuss what happens in a local state, right? Local state means when we are just considering a few elements, what happens among them. So let's say that this is price 1, this is price 2, this is price 3. So what can be the maximum profit if I start from here? The maximum profit, as you can see, can be 2. How is it possible? I can buy at 1 and then sell at 3. So this is a very simple observation. Now there is one more interesting thing that you should observe, and that is if I have the same 3 elements again, let's say 1, 2 and 3. So you will see that I can buy at this position and then I can sell at this position, again buy at this position and then sell at this position, right? So when I buy at 1 and sell at 2, the total profit is 1, and when I buy again at 2 and then sell at 3, then the total profit is 1. So the overall profit that I am getting is 2. So the number of transactions increased, but the overall profit is still going to be the same in both of the cases. So this condition of being able to buy and sell stocks at the same day are very useful to us, and we can form a general way of solving this problem. So the general way of solving this problem is you can say that I would want to buy a stock today and sell tomorrow, right? So this is how you would solve this problem. But this is very simple, that you saw that even if you buy today, sell tomorrow, and then again buy on the next day and sell on the day after tomorrow, then the overall profit is still the same when you buy at the first day and sell at the last day. But when is this case, buying today and sell tomorrow is going to give you a loss, right? We have to discuss that also, so that we can stop buying on some days. So let's say we again have an array or 3 values, right? Now let's say this is 5, this is 2, this is 10. So what can be the maximum profit in this particular case? The maximum profit, I believe, can be 8, right? So this profit can be when you buy at 2 and sell at 10. So I need to figure out in some way that I do not want to buy at 5, because if I buy at 5, I will be in loss in both of the ways. So there are 2 cases when I buy at 5. Let us discuss that. The first case is when I buy at 5 and then sell at 2. So in this case, obviously I'll be having a loss of 3, right? Or my net balance would be -3. If I buy at 5 and then sell at 10, my overall profit is going to be 5, which is obviously less than this particular value of 8. So this is loss in both of the conditions. So there are actually 2 ways of looking at this particular situation. So the first way of looking at this situation is, I wanted to solve the problem with this particular general formula, that I would buy a stock today and then sell it tomorrow. So if you try to do it with 5, then obviously you would be at a loss. So you would never want to do this, right? So you would never want to buy 5. Now the next method or the next way of looking at this particular situation is that if you buy at 5 and let's say there is some bigger value later on, for example 10 is here, right? So when you buy at 5 and then sell at 10, it is obviously not optimal, because anyways you will be getting a lower buy price in the next move, right? So why not just wait for 2 and then buy at 2 and then sell at 10, right? So you see that there are actually two ways of looking at this situation. The first one is that I've already told you that I wanted to always follow this principle. So if I follow this in this case of 5, then I will be in a loss. The other way is that if I'm already getting a cheaper price of buying a stock, then why not buy it at a lower price, right? So you can have any of these analogies and then continue with your approach. So the final approach is you would always be following this first general principle, right? While following the principle stated above, we need to check whether it is good to buy the stock today, right? So how do we verify it? It is good only when prices of I is less than prices of I plus 1, right? So whenever prices of I is less than prices of I plus 1, that means it is good to buy the current stock. And whenever we do this, we are going to anyway sell it the next day. So what will be our profit? Our profit will be, we will add this particular value to our answer. So let's say we have the prices of I plus 1 and then we have the price of today, right? So this value, this overall value will get added to our answer, because this is going to be the profit when we buy today and sell tomorrow. So this is just the overall approach of this particular problem. You just have to follow this simple principle that I want to buy a stock today and sell it tomorrow. And if you want to follow this principle, so to buy a stock today, you need to first check whether it is good to buy today or not, and you can check it by this particular condition. Because if this condition is not satisfied and you buy today and sell tomorrow, then you will definitely be in a loss. Like in this example of 5 and 2, when you buy at 5 and then sell it 2, you will be in a loss of 3 units, right? So let us have a look at the code now. The code is very simple for this particular problem. I've initialized my answer with 0 and I just traverse through the whole array starting from 0 and less than n minus 1. Why n minus 1? Because I cannot sell after buying at the last price, right? So I just check if prices of I plus 1 is greater than prices of I. That means I can make a profit by buying today and selling tomorrow. In that particular case, I'll add that particular profit to my answer. Otherwise, I do nothing. And then at the end, I can just return my answer value. So this would be the approach of the whole problem. Now let me just show you by submitting this code that this particular approach works. So you see that it passes all the test cases and this approach is absolutely correct. I hope that you guys were able to understand the solution. If you guys did, then consider dropping a like on this video and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments or any general thing you would like to share, because your engagement with this particular video really helps the YouTube algorithm to understand that this video was actually helpful for you and it will be able to reach more number of people like you who want to keep solving new problems. So I see a lot of people who watch these videos have not subscribed yet. In case you're one of them, then definitely consider subscribing. It's always free of cost and you can always unsubscribe if you don't find the videos interesting later. So share this channel with your friends. Until the next video drops, keep coding, stay safe, bye bye.